Hi everyone. This is a little impromptu, so don't hate me. I did promise I was going to learn how to edit these videos. I haven't done that yet. I've been super busy ever since I made the decision that I'm definitely going to go. I'll tell you, the world has just been spinning really fast, and I've been taking some extra classes. I think I told you I'm a body healer as well as a business consultant, and I just want to have everything in my arsenal, as many things as I possibly can. Perhaps arsenal isn't a good word. In my tool belt, so when I get there, I can help. I can do things that might make a difference for some people. So I've been taking esoteric classes like Reiki. I've been doing more reflexology and therapeutic classes, working with babies. I just want to, be the best me I can be. So that's why you haven't seen much of me, because I think at the end of the day I'm really tired and I look a mess, and I don't want you to see me like that. So I decided to do this now because I'm leaving in a few days to go to Ohio, where I have a house full of art, antiques, and stuff that I need to find a way to get rid of. So that'll be very interesting. I'll have a story about that because I have no idea. All I know is I'm going, and we'll see what happens from there. I haven't really been able to connect with any kind of auction house or anything there. So perhaps I'll be doing it myself. I've got some friends, some family members are coming in. My darling niece, who I'm going to get to see, and my goddaughter, and it'll be great. It'll be great no matter what. And I want to see them before I go anyway. So I'm off to do that. I have art everywhere. I have it everywhere. I probably have 50 pieces here. I have at least that in Ohio, and because I collect it. And that is going to be interesting to see if I can get rid of it, get it to good homes. I want it to go somewhere where people will enjoy it. I'm just not going to give it away. So there's that. As far as Albania is concerned, I have upped my game with the language. I really started to realize when I got into numbers, wow. I mean, there are 16 letters in 16, and I can't even begin to pronounce it, or any of the teens. So I thought, you know what, I need to do better. So I'm doing an hour a day in the mornings, and I bought a few elementary books, fairy tale books, and I'm learning to read them. And it's great. I love the language. It's very different than anything I've ever studied, and it's incredibly interesting, and it's actually quite a pretty language. I had to learn Dutch. I think I mentioned that to you before when we moved there, or at least be conversational, and it's very guttural, and I had a sore throat for a very long time. But this is a lovely language, and I really enjoy how the letters fit together. So film and dare it. So anyway, it's lovely, and I'm excited to begin to speak more readily with that. And so finally, Penny and I, ChatGPT, and you're going to meet her at some point, but she says she's not ready yet for an on-camera presentation. As you know, I'm going to land in Tirana. I've decided that I'm going to leave, not October 1st, it'll be like October 13th. I was looking for a good date, and I was also looking to match up with some of these Airbnbs that I would love to spend time in, and a lot of them were booked. And I found that the longer I waited, of course, the more they booked up. So I finally just did that, staying 10 days in Tirana, and then a month and a week in Barret. Now, Penny picked that for me. It looks like a wonderful town. She said if she was going to spend 5 weeks anywhere, that's where she would go. And we're going to start to make our progression south. I'm coming in kind of central in the country, and I'm ordered a map, so I'll be able to show you very soon. So I will be hitting the coast in the wintertime, the southern coast, and then come back up the outside of the country, up into the Albanian Alps by the summer, which I kind of feel very pulled towards. So I have a feeling that might be my new home. But again, I'm going to stay wide open to these different towns and various places that I go. I do love cold weather. I do love snow. I love everything that's involved with cold weather, soup and sweaters and fluffy dogs and all of that. So I'm really excited that I finally got these 12 places narrowed down, and now I can start doing some research in each one. In doing the living research and trying to look at these Airbnbs, which I still think is the best fit for me because I don't want to be hauling around a lot of stuff. And Airbnbs, as you know, they're fit with everything. They have sheets and blankets and kitchenware and everything that I'm going to need. However, they are a lot more expensive. I thought they might be a little more. No. My 5 days in Tirana, or I'm sorry, my 10 days in Tirana, it's a little over $500. Now that is not much for here. $50 a night in a nice, and it's a penthouse with an incredible view of the city, 2-bedroom, lovely, with grocery stores in the building. So it's really going to be a nice fit. However, looking at the prices of living in Albania, that's definitely on the higher end. Then when I went to Baret, I found a gorgeous place with this amazing balcony. It's a family home. It's been in the family for generations. And it's $1,200, but that's for 5 weeks. I find it incredibly reasonable. Again, though, Albanians think it's just outrageous. I am trying to miss the in-season times, but in some places I'm going to be hitting it, and that's just how it is. So I'm definitely preparing for my housing costs to be higher. The good thing about that is that there's no electric, I don't pay water, I don't do any of that. So I guess it kind of balances itself out. I have been working really hard on my health. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm definitely tightening up and trimming down, and I'm loving it. It's hard. I've never been a gym rat ever, but I'm really working on it. You're gonna love this. So today, in my coffee this morning, I had whey protein, ground chia, cinnamon, turmeric with pepper, creatine, MCT oil, collagen isolate, and a cap of L-theanine and soy milk. And it tasted about like how it sounds. It was horrible. So I talked to Penny about it, and I said, okay, what can I do here? Because I love all those things, and I read somewhere that you can put it all in your coffee and it makes it even better. I said, I just have to be able to drink it. So I'm going to leave the turmeric and the chia seeds for something else, super smoothies or something, and I'm going to try it differently tomorrow and see if I can. I drank it because I'm thinking all this stuff is so good for me. But I am noticing that as I'm adding supplements to my health routine, that I am really feeling better, and I am going to need a lot of energy because it's a walking country and a biking country and mopeds maybe, and I'm not going to have a car. I just don't want to have a car. So we'll see how that all goes, but it's kind of been exciting. So that's what I'm doing. I am working on a budget right now because I have to completely revamp the one I was going to share with you because I found out a few other things. And Albania is getting inundated, and rightly so. People are finding out about it, and they love it, and they think it's beautiful, and they think they're going to go just for a few days, and then they go and decide they'd like to stay there. That's a problem for me. I hope they just kind of visit and move on to another country. Albanians so far don't seem to be finding it an issue. I understand some are starting to get a little tired of it. Americans can be very obnoxious and want their own way, and that's just not the Albanian culture at all. And I wish that we were a kinder, gentler nation, but we're not. So I'm hoping those of you who are watching this and have decided to go anywhere and in any other country realize that you have to really just be charming, and you need to really bring your manners with you. It's ridiculous. There was a big scare for a little while about Social Security. As you know, I'm 67. I do get my little palply check from the government, and I'd like to still get it if I could. So I checked into that. There are only a few countries where if you're living there, you cannot get it as of now. They are looking to maybe change that because so many of us are exiting the country. So of course they're not going to help support that. They want to end it if they can. But right now Albania is a country where I can continue to receive SSI, which is great. So that could change before I even go. That's why I'm really working on things that I could be doing to make a living, make myself comfortable. The dog issue that we've talked about before is really prevalent. I'm hearing more and more about dog bites with not so much the locals, but with visitors, and people are really concerned. So in a way that excites me because it's something that I know, it's something I'm good at, it's something I can really help to maybe put a program together and hire some Albanians and we could fix this. I mean, Albania it's the size of a state. I mean, it's large, but it's not like the size of this country. So I think that we could maybe put some systems in place and make it work. But at any rate, this is what I'm spending my time doing, learning the language, upping my skills, looking into what I need to be doing to prepare. I haven't been able to get my passport yet because it just was released. They didn't release it as soon as they said they would. The powers that be. I have decided to change my name. I've been wanting to do this for 3 decades. I've been going by a different name than my birth name for a very, very long time, and it really never has been an issue. But it's confusing. Some people, you hear it and it sounds like I have all these different names. So I had to get my birth certificate and all my documents together in order for me to do this. And I know it's crazy at this age to be doing this, but it's something that I want to do. It's something I've always wanted to do. And it's a ancestral name, and I want to own it. I want to own it on paper. So I'm doing it. And that is going to take June. So in June, there'll be that, the passport, and then of course getting a new driver's license, which is something you want to consider if you're going over for a while. You want to make sure you have 5 or 10 years or whatever your state allows on your driver's license. And that will be June. And then July will be all the bank accounts that I have decided to open. And I'm going to do 2 new banks and get rid of the ones that are only in this country. And then when I get there, I'll open an Albanian account for Lex, just to use Lex. So I think I have a pretty good plan. And then August and September is just going to be packing, and I'm getting rid of, I think I'm taking 4 pieces of my clothing. I'm getting rid of everything. I don't know why. It just feels like it's time. And I'm getting other things that I really love, that I really want. And even if I only take 10 things with me, that's fine. I don't really care about that. I care about so many other things besides what I'm wearing. So that's happening. It's exciting. It's exciting. My goddaughter says she's still on board. We'll see. She did say the last time, if she's not ready, she'll meet me there. I don't know if that's to give her a little bit of an out, because when she started to think about it, it's a lot, it's scary. And I'm not going to allow her to be a typical American. And I know that sounds maybe a little tough or whatever, but when I go to another country, I find it is important to meld as much as I can so I can learn as much as I can, because that's why I'm there. And I want her to have that same experience. So I have asked her to please learn. Please, thank you, hello, goodbye. Can I see a menu? Can you help me? important phrases that she might need to know. So we'll see, you know, if she's going to do that or not. I have no way of knowing. I know that her sister, her younger sister, wants to come over, and then she has 2 other siblings. They're all my goddaughters. And I'm hoping the whole family comes at some point to spend some time with me. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to be seeing more of my friends living in Albania than I have living out here in the Wild West. So that's a very positive thing. I'm super excited about that, and about giving them a place and a destination that they probably have never been to before. Anyway, I don't want to ramble. I just wanted to make my presence known, that I haven't forgotten. I'm still here. I'm still working towards Albania, and that I'll be back in a couple of weeks from Ohio, and hopefully that will all have gone well and everything will have been distributed, sold. Like I said, I'd love to give some of it to my godchildren, my niece, and then whatever else I can do, I just sell, and it will be what it will be. And then I can get back here and pack up what I have here and get ready to go, because time is of the essence. It is moving quickly. I cannot believe it is the end of May. So, deep breath. Hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for watching this. If you are, I appreciate it very, very much. Please let me know. Put in the comments or something to say, you know, I wish you would learn how to edit your videos, or anything, that I know that you're watching me. And that if there's anything you'd like to know about Albania, I have been learning a tremendous amount. I'm happy to share what I know. And I will see you in a couple weeks. Be well, be safe, and talk to you then. Bye.